first SCP of the night, I'm pretty sure everyone here knows who they are, but it's the Shy Guy, AK-096.
What's the Shy Guy? I've never heard of the Shy Guy.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Who could that possibly refer to? Me? I'm shy sometimes. Am I the Shy Guy?
Oh my god. Oh, you know what I just realized? I just thought about this. I remember, exactly. The first SCP that had to join us on for the content farms was Shy Guy.
There's so many versions.
I mean, I don't know how.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how that's possible because I don't know what the Shy Guy is.
Shut the
How
fuck
could that be
up.
the case, Aaron?
I'm
I
gonna
have a
end
better
you.
memory than you, and I don't remember that. I don't know what the Shy Guy is.
Oh, now I remembered my opening words I was gonna actually say. Alright, so on SCP Reddit, a creator of the game SCP, for When Day Breaks game they're making, said, that they're gonna revamp it, and the person who's gonna be help writing the story for everything of the game is SD Lock. Does anyone know who that is?
Isn't that one of the?
Oh, I've seen that name.
Hmm?
I've seen that name multiple times while we've been doing these.
SD Lock is the creator of 001 When Day Breaks.
Yeah, I was.
What were you trying to say, Jude?
Oh, you were gonna say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even get a chance to take the guess. Yeah.
I hereby declare my intentions to stub Aaron's toe.
You need to be in the same state at her as at least, and
Oh my god.
if you want to stub her toe. Unless you plan to like mail Busta some dog treats to get him to do it.
Oh my god.
Physics and logic are not going to hold me back.
No amount of physics or logic.
No.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Okay.
Ready to actually start the SCP at hand?
Yeah.
Alright. Item SCP-096, Object Class Euclid. Special containment procedures. 096 is contained in its cell, a 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be
You said meter, right?
Yeah, meter.
Okay. I misheard that. That's what I was asking.
There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside 096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure 096's presence inside the cell. Any and all photos, video, or recordings of 096's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. Redacted and 05 Redacted. 096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, and no sign of any body hair. 096's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial figures remain similar to an average human with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether 096 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. Serenity-6 is normally extremely docile, with the pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day.
Well, I just saw Rando in chat.
Oh my god. 096 is not extremely docile, with the pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views 096's face, whether it be directly via video recording or even a photograph, it'll enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. 096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 or 2 minutes after the first viewing, 096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will, from this point on, be referred to as Dash 1. Right. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers an hour to redacted kilometers per hour. It seems to depend on the distance from Dash 1. At this point, no known material or method can impede 096's progress. The actual position of Dash 1 does not seem to affect 096's response. It seems to have the innate sense of Dash 1's location. Distraction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions. Oh, that's right. Forgot about this part. Upon arriving at Dash 1's location, 096 will proceed to kill and data expunge Dash 1. 100% of cases have left no traces of Dash 1. 096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat, data redacted. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval subjects should be considered alpha priority. Dr. Redacted is also petitioned for immediate termination of 096. Order, it's been crossed out. Order is waiting approval. Termination order has been approved and is being carried out by Dr. Redacted on data redacted. Audio log from interview 096-1. Interviewer Dr. Redacted. Interviewed Captain Redacted. Former Commander of Retrieval Team Zulu 9A. Retrieval Incident 096-1-A. Before I continue, does anyone want to be either the captain or doctor?
I can't say I'm not interested.
That's fair.
I'm willing to be the either one.
You go ahead and choose.
If I'm gonna, okay, if you want me to be the captain, I will be doing the Albert voice.
Oh my god. Yes. Or are we gonna just have random person voice character? I'm kidding.
How the hell? What? How the fuck would that work?
Wouldn't work. Random person would need to be part of the Discord.
I'll read it. Okay, so are you gonna be the doctor then, Aaron?
Yeah, sure. Redacted time research area redacted.
Describe mission, please. Thanks, Rando. Okay. Russian. I love vodka. Russian voice now, yes. It always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up. And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. They tell us to bag and tag. Don't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing.
Could you describe the mission, please?
Yes, sorry. We had two choppers, one with my team and one on backup with Zulu 9-B and Dr. Redacted. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there.
Your report says 096 didn't react to the cold. It was -degrees Celsius.
That's a 2-digit number. Jeez. That's cold. Actually, it was negative redacted. And yes, it was butt naked and didn't so much as shiver. Anyway, we landed, approached the target, and Corporal bleh, redacted. It feels so wrong trying saying redacted in his voice,
Also,
but simultaneously.
Huh?
Anyway, go ahead.
He has a very short name because it's only 2 letters.
Corporal Ty? That's like the only name I can think of that's 2 letters.
Or Ed.
Oh yeah, Ed could be it.
I know someone named TJ.
Ed too.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Corporal
Also, there are
PP,
people
got
called
ready.
JJ.
Oh my god.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna call him Corporal PP.
Oh my god.
And Corporal PP got ready to bag it. That's when Dr. Redacted called. I turned to answer, and that's what saved me. The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it. That's when 09's...
That's
Oh, wait.
Doctor.
Yeah, I see that now.
That's when 096 entered an agitated, emotional state.
Let's see. Yep. Interviewed now pauses for a second before continuing. Oh, maybe I should have just paused. Anyway. Yep. Sorry, got the wheelies for a second.
That's alright.
Yeah, well, I never saw its face. My squad did, and they paid for it up the ass.
Could you describe it a little more, please?
Yeah. It started screaming at us and crying. Not animal roaring, though. Sounded exactly like a person. Really fucking creepy. We started firing when it picked up Corporal PP and ripped off his leg. Oh no, not PP. I hate myself. Ripped off his leg. God, he was screaming for our help. Fucking it. Anyway, we were blowing chunks into the target, round after round. Didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when it started. Data expunged him.
Oh. That's when you ordered.
So
Huh?
here's one slight gripe I have with this particular article is it does feel like it has some of that first generation over censoring going on. Because
Yeah.
for starters, why do we need to redact how cold it was?
Yeah.
But more notably to me is I've generally heard people say what 096 does after killing the person is eat them. Why wouldn't the Foundation just say it's eating them? So to me, if that's intentional, then to me it sounds like something even worse or more fucked up is happening. But if he's just eating them, then it feels off to me. When it's like the man-eating monster is kind of box standard for the Foundation.
Yeah. Also, here's a fun fact. 096 was not originally this humanoid that we're reading about. The number actually belonged to an anomalous toaster.
Well, Toaster had a glow up.
Yeah.
Anyway. Aaron?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was drinking something. Alright. That's when you order the use of an... I don't have papers on me.
Ah!
Thank you. 18-4 HEDT launcher.
With a hyper. Which number was the anomalous AC unit that was replaced with a popular SCP? Okay. An anti-tank gun. Started carrying it ever since SCP Redacted got loose. I seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target.
Oh wait, it actually might have been 096 was the AC unit. It might have not been a toaster. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You got toasters on the brain.
Yeah.
Maybe she is a toaster. Bad joke.
That would have been a perfect time for the Twitch soundler thing. I am a toaster to start playing.
That bit did not happen.
Yeah. Anyways, there was significant damage to 096.
It didn't even fucking flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half of its torso gone. How do I can't. Okay, Jerry, I'm coming through your mic here and there.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just started noticing it. Yeah.
Anyway, how am I supposed to voice act him engaging in the action of drawing a half circle across his torso?
Just grab a pencil and just draw a circle on a piece of paper ferociously, and that's what we'll hear.
Well, okay, let me
You could literally just use a stick and put it against a table.
Is that coming through?
Yes.
Okay, anyway.
But it was taking damage.
If it was, it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all its organs, all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though it kept tearing my squad apart.
So no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at 096?
At the least, 1,000. Our door gunner kept his GAU-19 on it for at least 20 seconds. 20 fucking seconds. That 650 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well been spitting at it.
This is when Zulu 9-B arrived.
Yeah, my squad was gone. Zulu 9-B managed to get the bag over its head, and it just sat down. We got it into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. Maybe God or Buddha or whoever thought I should live. Jackass.
We have a team artist's depiction of 096's face. Would you like to view it?
You know, after hearing that thing screams and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard. No, just no.
Alright, I believe we are done here. Thank you, Captain. Tears are heard moving and footsteps leave the room. Captain Redacted is confirmed to have left in rear room 22. This is be on record that I am formally requesting 096 to be terminated as soon as possible. End log. So now we got document 096-1 and the Wayback Machine incident 096-1-A, because the incident is different than in the past than it is now. So yeah.
And like the entire like base article we've already read through.
Yeah, the base article is fine. I didn't see any differences. It was just the incident.
No, I mean like.
Oh, huh?
I mean like we've already read through the base article completely, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now watch, even though both document 096-1 and incident 096-1-A are important to the SCP at hand, watch the content farm not even mention them.
I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah. Oh, we got more characters. I'm guessing, Jiri, do you want to be the doctor or D-Class? That way you can get some reading in.
I'm fine with either one. I like doing voices.
Well, it's just...
I know that I'm already tired out from doing Albert for a little bit.
You know what? Jiri, you're Dr. Dan.
Dr. Dan.
Anyways.
It's like Dirty
That is
Dan.
a little awkward. I know someone named Dan.
Dr. Dirty Dan.
That makes it perfect, then you know their voice.
I'm not doing that person's voice. That'd be weird.
What is the box standard Dan voice?
I'm doing D-Class. She can be Dan.
No, that's fair.
Anyways, documentation 096-1 of experiment 096-1. Experiment 096-1 is handled by Dr. Dan. The purpose is to test 096's abilities while obtaining a complete physical description of 096. D9031 is a 32-year-old convicted felon and former tattoo artist. D9031 is placed inside bathysphere 303-A, which is then lowered into the Tonga Trench off the coast of New Zealand. Position is approximately redacted kilometers from 096's temporary containment cell at site redacted. The following was recorded via video surveillance inside bathysphere 303-A, between it and Dr. Dan's control site on the New Zealand mainland. West bathysphere 303-A reaches final depth of 10,800 meters. Wait, was Jiri the D-Class or was I the D-Class? I'm confused.
Oh yeah, I'm the D-Class, sorry. Oh. It stopped. What now?
Do you feel fine? No sickness, anything?
My ears hurt.
That should be expected. Now, on your left should be a steel container. Open it, and there will be a manila folder holding several photographs. Open it and describe the first photograph, please. D9031 complies. The camera is located so that photograph cannot be seen.
Nothing. It's an empty cell.
Thank you. Please set this photograph face down in the receptacle to your right and look at the next photograph.
It's the same. But there's a foot in it, I think?
Describe it, please.
Pale and bony. Sort of creepy, actually.
Place the photograph in the receptacle face down and look at the next one.
Okay. Oh shit!
Describe the photograph.
It's I don't know, some creepy ass person.
Describe from the photograph, please.
Hell, man! He's pale, has wide eyes, and something fucked up is happening with his mouth. What the hell is this thing?
At this point, approximately 13:32 Standard Time, Dr. Dana Experiment Control has notified 096 as breach containment. Fastest pass -1 has been cleared of civilians and other image capturing devices, and 096 is now being tracked by satellites via tracking color. Oh, you're right. There should be another. Oh my god. Right. You're right. There should be another steel container. Open it.
It's a pad of paper and a pencil.
Yes, please show a sketch of the photograph you saw. -1 mumbles an expletive and spends the next 20 minutes drawing a sketch of a photograph at the time of completion.
Done.
Nice. 6 is confirmed to be redacted kilometers away from -1. Oh, -1 is D class. Jerry? Oh, you already said it, but never mind.
Yeah.
I was reading the
I said I'm
description.
done. Now it's your turn, and you're just like, doo-doo-doo.
Because I was reading the description and it didn't click. Anyways. Good. Place a drawing receptacle on your left and close the door. So, -1 complies and sketch leaves 303-A in a watertight buoyancy container. The other photographs are then incinerated in an onboard incinerator.
What now?
Please stand by. 45 minutes pass. 096 is now confirmed to be at -1's position and is diving. Transponder signal ends at 9,339 meters as pressure goes beyond the device's operational limits. The camera shows the atmosphere shaking slightly. In -1's reaction, it is assumed 096 is on the whole and invisible through the viewport.
Oh, fuck! Shit, what the fuck is that?
Video and audio feed is cut as the whole of atmosphere 303-A is breached. 096 is recovered by Surface Recovery Team Foxtrot 303-A without incident. Sketch of 096 is also recovered, and a quick test confirms no hostile reaction from 096. Sketch is sent to experiment control under New Zealand while 096 is moved to a permanent containment. Only one last one.
Okay, so
Yeah?
I have to go do something for my mom.
Okay.
I'll be back in about a half hour, probably a bit more.
Alright.
So, see y'all then.
Alright.
Okay.
See ya.
I will just stay in the lobby, but
Yeah.
mute.
Yeah.
Alright.
Also, I do not know why I gave the D class that voice.
Motherfucker, I don't know why I give some of my characters voices.
Fair enough.
So the containment has been attained. Yes, Doctor. Let me see the security footage. Begin log. A large steel cube is shown in the middle of the research lab, which is teeming with a dozen or so researchers. In view of the camera is a control booth, displaying readings from the various sensors inside the cube. Fast forward 1 minute 32 seconds. The control booth operator leans forward, alerted to the various readings on the sensors. Approximately 5 seconds later, a steel on the containment cube receives a sizable dent, bending outward. The dent becomes larger before breaking. 096 is seen bending the steel away, frantically trying to escape. Emergency plates drop on the cube as containment breach is sounded. Security tape on 096's face blurred out as per containment protocol. 2 security teams enter the room as 096 brings out of containment. Live rounds of tranquilizer darts are fired to no visible effect. Approximately 90% of the researchers and security personnel have directly viewed 096's face, and code Lima is declared. The room and surrounding areas are sealed and flushed with redacted class nerve agent. Approximately 2 minutes later, 096's breaches research site redacted and travels redacted kilometers per hour through the outside desert, traveling redacted. Echo Romeo was assigned to immediate containment breach. When we realized just how big of breach we were dealing with, we were completely overwhelmed. Funny how even the best and brightest minds in the world can be so unprepared. So you say, and it was your own fault. Absolutely not. This was a new discovery in 096's behavior. We had no way to know, and we were lucky it did not turn into an XK. Begin log. Helm cam footage from ER-1. Footage from inside UH-60 shows 096 on the desert floor moving at considerable speed. This is Echo Romeo, actual. We have visual on the target. Unintelligible. Data expunged. Not an increase. ERA listens to radio as orders identified it as coming from Dr. Dan are relayed. 096 can be seen slowly gaining speed. ERA motions off camera. E3 appears holding a modified XM500 anti-material rifle. 2 shots are fired. The first misses and the second hits 096's lower leg. 096 stumbles but recovers. Speed change is insignificant. Unintelligible. P. No effect on target. ERA motions to E3 again. ER3 fires 3 more shots. The first 2 miss, and the third hits 096 in the head. 096 falls, skids, and rolls several times, reducing its speed minimally. 096 rolls to its feet and continues unabated. Camera pans up to see 8 V-22 Ospreys belonging to MTF Tower 1 flying overhead and passes the helicopters on the same outbound vector as 096. Camera cuts out. End log. Begin log. Video interview log 0961-A. Dr. Olinsky appears very calm, determined, and answers all questions slowly and deliberately. Alright. Where were you exactly at the time of breach? On break, getting a cup of coffee. It was pure luck I was in containment area. Describe your actions directly after the containment breach. I sent Echo Romeo after 096 and alerted Dr. Dan to the situation. We then set upon the task of locating -1. After the general direction of 096 was determined, I sent Mobile Task Force Town 1 and ahead to evacuate civilian population centers in 096's path, all according to containment protocol. End log. Begin log. Video interview log 096-1-B. Dr. Daniel Dan sits redacted. Sits patiently on the table in front of him is what it looks to be a set of modified night vision goggles. For the record, where were you exactly during 096's containment breach? In the data expunged mountain range, trying to find more information on 096's origins. It was a quick research expedition, so I left Dr. Olinsky in charge of containment. He is competent enough, if a bit eager, and has proved himself in the past. This is all confirmed by various related paperwork, so don't go thinking it was just for the record, Doctor. Now, knowing that 096 is immune to all known forms of damage while it's in an enraged state, why would you order the sniper attacks on the emergency response team? Why not? If there's a chance to slow down 096 and give MTF Town 1 more time, then we had to try it. It put ER in no danger, and choppers are in danger of being outrun anyway. Honestly, ER could do little else to help or harm the situation. I see. Now, could you explain this? Any of your emotions to the goggles lying on the table. Yes, this is Project Scramble. An eyepiece we assigned to ER and TF Town 1, designed by Dr. Linsky and myself specifically for 096. Carries a small microprocessor which constantly analyzes the viewing field for the facial features of 096. Facial recognition software inside instantly identifies them, scrambling the image into an unrecognizable mess before the light reaches the human eye. It's quite ingenious, really. And expensive. Very which is why it's such a shame it didn't work. End log. Begin log. Audio transfer between MTF Town 1 and modified EG3 Sentry. AWACS call sign Big Brother. Hey Jerry, do you want to be Big Brother or MTF T1?
That doesn't help. They're both gonna probably need badass voices, aren't they?
Probably.
Big Brother?
Big brother? Okay. Ospreys in the air, moving. That expunged at debt. That expunged. Awaiting vector.
Electronics online, cruising altitude reached. Uploading program scramble to all camera systems. Cameras online. Big Brother is now watching.
What outbound vectors the target currently headed?
Target is currently westbound, traveling on shit. Yeah, he's on I-40. I think he just flipped a semi. Uh, Outbound vector is data expunged. Degreased by data expunged. Next town on the vector is data expunged. I'd say a couple 100 kilometers. Shit. MTF. We're suggesting Echo Romeo begin evacuating the I-40. I don't know how many cars the target has wrecked.
Hold one. That's a negative, Big Brother. ER is reporting that the target's outrunning their choppers. They can't get ahead of them.
Then get them to stop the motorists or on the other lane. I don't know how many people have seen this thing's face.
The first three elements of Town 1 succeed in gathering the townsfolk in the first three towns without incident. Dash 1 was confirmed to not be in any of these when 096 ran through each in turn without stopping. However, a video log in MTF Town shows Dash 1 being identified in the town of that expunge in the ensuing incident. Show it. Begin log. Helm cam footage of element 4 of MTF Town 1 in the town of Danner expunged. Most of the town people are gathered in a square, all blindfolded. Helicopters sweep the town. Instinct orders are heard over loudspeakers from both the helicopters and ground personnel. The target's entering proximity zone. All units activate scramble gear and begin crowd control procedures. All civilians are not to move from their spots or remove their blindfolds. If you move or touch your blindfold, you will be shot. I repeat, all civilians are. Orders are drowned out by a loud shriek coming from outside the camera's view. Approximately 2 kilometers away, 096 is seen to be coming over the crest of the hills. It tries to slow down on its descent, but trips and tumbles down at high speed, crashing through several houses before regaining its footing almost without delay. Unintelligible. Civilians are not to move. You will be shot. I repeat, unintelligible. Several shots are heard, none of which are directed at 096. 096 stops for 1 second before running into the crowd of townsfolk, throwing many aside and trampling more. More shots are heard as the crowd begins dispersing. Most pictures intelligible under the vocalization 096. 096 locates Dash 1, a middle-aged man, and camera views 096 grabbing him before it is hit by a fleeting townsperson and is dislocated from the helmet. In the log. Begin log. Video interview log 096-1-C. I was looking through Dash 1's house with my squad. Poor bastard was a semi-pro mountaineer. Took a trip to the Redacted. Apparently he took a snapshot of the landscape and just happened to catch 096 in the background. Wolford holds up 4 fingers for emphasis. 4 pixels. 4 fucking pixels. Now the guy even knew what he saw. Who was probably just looking at the picture one day. Noticed an off-color patch of snow went on with his day. How did you find it? Our scramble gear picked it up right away. The lieutenant got the picture and took it down to the chopper before I ever got to see it. Then the damn monster had taken down Big Brother, and I had peeled open the former Major Striker. All hell was breaking loose. So the scramble gear was ineffective? Ineffective. The damn scramble were pieces of shit. They killed a whole damn task force. You know, only 3 people are alive besides me, all because some redacted egghead thought of a state-of-the-art countermeasure to 096's hostile reaction. Those bloody idiots could have just put a bag over the target's head and be done with it. But no. We had to use the state-of-the-fucking-art scramble. End log. What did that fucker call me? Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan pushes back from the table and begins standing up. How should that goddamn son of a bitch what an egghead is after I bash open his... Interview begins shouting and cursing. 2 guards enter the room and push Dr. Dan back into the seat. Do we need to administer sedative, Doctor? Dan takes a breath and smooths his coat. No, I apologize. The scramble was really an ingenious idea. However, it was a failure because we did not fully know how 096 worked. See, as the chip inside Scramble picked up 096's facial features and began scrambling them, there was a split second of uninterrupted light flow to the retina. Computers are fast, but not as fast as light. So there was a split-second image of 096's direct face sent to the brain. It wasn't even consciously received, but apparently it was enough to trigger the hostile reaction in 096. So with this report of the photograph, that's the most disturbing part of this whole incident. You know that former -1 went on his mountain trip? 1990 redacted. That's redacted years of the photo hanging there before he saw 096. Since the brain doesn't need to be aware that it is viewing 096's face to trigger the reaction, there can be a ticking time bomb hidden literally anywhere in the world. How many photographs are out there containing 096 just going unnoticed, waiting for a careful eye? As I said before, I want this thing terminated now.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's long. Just a quick question, Doctor. What exactly are you planning on doing there? Major Jack Wilford was top-notch SPS when we recorded him. I was also a recon corpsman, sir, and I was deployed in Casas Marines Beat SPS. No, they don't. Enough, both of you. Moving on. Video interview log -1-D. I got the bag over its head. Yes, you told me that. Could you tell me exactly what transpired? It, it was done with all its... It was sitting there on the highway. Just got done ripping open a minivan. Interviewee is silent. And... Wes landed the chopper. I got out and bagged it. Put the bag over its head. He got calm and Nate took it. So the victim was in the minivan, and the last to have viewed 096's face. Interviewee is silent. Redacted. Interviewee remained silent for the remainder of the interview and was released. He was later found in his bunk room having committed suicide via hanging with a makeshift roof. A half-crushed pacifier was found in his fist. Begin log. Video log -1-D. Confiscated tape from the news broadcast CNN. The image shows the first responders running the remains of a crashed plane over the shoulder of a field reporter. The plane was seen as being military in origin. There's no outwards markings designated as part of the U.S. military. While first responders look at the front of black box are coordinated and stopped by police, the plane crashed due to a massive cabin breach in both cockpit and fuselage. The reporter motions to a large hole in the side of the plane where several firefighters are climbing inside. Paramedics have only found 3 bodies, which is odd for a plane. Apparently, we're planning a crew of around 20 men. Police have suggested. The reporters cut off as 3 super stallions are shown hovering overhead, 2 of which land and begin unloading troops belonging to MTF Epsilon. Shut off the camera. Shut off the motherfucker. End log. End log. So, are we finished here? One last question, Doctor. More statement as it seems. I find it interesting that there were no break room at site, research site redacted, or coffee. And interview remains silent. We think it would be best if you begin talking. Remainder of video interview log 096-1-A. Redacted. I don't see what it has to do with me. There's no reason to play dumb, Doctor. You told us everything. Well then, I guess there's no use feigning anything, is there? Audio recording 05 hearing. Upon reviewing your testimony and available footage and the confession of the late Dr. Linsky, it is unanimous agreement of the 05 that you are to be terminated for your part in the gross breach of 096. And I thought you were not a medium for the greater good. Do not try my patience, Doctor. Given the incident scope and potential, No 05 have approved your request for the termination of 096. Given the lack of personnel with understanding of 096, the termination will be entrusted to you under heavy guard and personnel supervision of me. Your own termination will be scheduled at a later date. End vlog. This is horrible, Doctor. How could you knowingly? It worked. There was only a matter of time until that happened in a major population center. His face spread over the world news. I can kill 096, but I've killed myself in the process. So yeah, that was definitely different than I remember reading before.
Yeah, but damn, it's dark.
Yeah. Also, the picture was missing.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the charm.
There was actually... I should probably put it on Throne, because I saw on Etsy, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Etsy is.
Yeah.
There was a coffee mug that has that picture, and it just says on one side has that picture, on the other side it says 4 fucking pixels. I want
Oh
it.
my gosh.
I want it.
Of course you would.
It's perfect. Will it confuse everyone else in the household? Absolutely. But it'll be perfect. Alright, showing the thumbnail in 3, 2, 1.
Let me look. 4.
Yeah, but yeah, I can see that.
096 can be horrible, but he's not like consciously horrible. We don't really know why he is the way he is. There's lots of theories, there's lots of alternate universes with alternate reasons, but 096 is an enigma as a whole.
There's one theory.
So,
Alright, sorry.
they're not going to just randomly stand up and just start waving at people.
I thought you were
He's
giving
nicknamed the Shy Guy for a reason.
it a 4 because all the blood.
No, he's gotten bloody more than once. Also, are his teeth actually sharp?
Don't know. I don't think it ever mentioned that.
Yeah, because it's assumed his teeth look normal, like human teeth. That's one of the reasons why people compare him to human. He's not human, but he looks human. And those are not human teeth. People would stop calling him human if he had teeth like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not human, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course it was written by Dr. Dan. Yeah, I kind of forgot in like the old gen. Like one of the things with the old gen SCPs is they write themselves into the SCP, which I do agree is kind of odd. But I mean, you're free to do whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
We can't stop you. Well, technically, there's one character that's basically being written out. The one who should not be named.
I don't consider Jack Bright to be akin to Voldemort. I still think they should be remembered very specifically because he doesn't want his character to be remembered. I like pissing bad people off, and that's the best way to
No.
piss him off, to have his character remembered.
No, Bright was not in 096.
Sad, yeah, he was not in 096, but I'm just saying, like, of the people who have been written out of things over time, he's one person I don't want written out specifically because I want to piss him off.
That's fair.
I know that's petty, but I'm not taking it back.
Okay, they had the full license this time. Oh no, they got an ad.
So who was there someone actually written out of 096?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Alright, we ready?
Yeah.
Michael Richards rubbed his back and yawned. He was exhausted from chopping wood all day in the forest close to his home.
That looked like
He
pain.
couldn't wait
Yeah.
to get home to his wife and family. He could almost smell the pot of stew that his wife would have waiting for him. He picked up his bag of logs, slung it over his shoulder, and started making his way along the path that led out of the forest. When he reached the main road, he couldn't help but think about the mysterious disappearance of several people from his town that year. Almost all of them had last been seen in the area close to his home. He pushed the thoughts to the back of his mind and set off home. When he arrived at his cottage, he was surprised to see the lights were all off. That's weird. I would have thought everyone would be home by now. He opened the door, and as he stepped inside the house, he let out a gasp of shock. Standing in his kitchen was a weird-looking creature. It looked about 2 meters tall and had long, gangly
Hey.
arms. It looked extremely malnourished, but that wasn't the strangest thing about it. The most disturbing thing was its eyes. They were completely devoid of any pigmentation. When Michael had entered the house, he hadn't noticed the figures lying on the floor, but now he did. He screamed out loud when he realized that his whole family were lying there, all of them dead to the world. He just stood there, frozen in horror at the sight. He didn't even move when the
Okay, can I just say this? Right here.
Hmm?
Why does why does the 096 that they drew look like a crooked man victim?
Because the anatomy is wrong. They got his design wrong. Like, you see his chest? They tried to make it look thin, but it just looks like they have a lot of loose skin like an old man. The same with the arms. The arms are weirdly thin, but it has a lot of loose skin. And the legs actually look like they have a lot of meat while also looking emaciated, which doesn't make a lot of fucking sense. Also, the face, instead of looking totally emaciated, just looks like thin with a lot of flappy skin. I don't think he's ever described as having old man skin everywhere.
That's
I've
fair.
never seen a description of Shy Guy being described as so much flappy old man skin that you could never, like, not notice the old flappy man skin.
That's fair.
It is never mentioned, thus, design wise, he does not have it. Therefore, this is weirdly wrong SCP design. I don't know how they got it that wrong. At least they got the teeth right. I don't know what to say. Also, I think he's supposed to be more pale than what they've drawn. That's fine. I don't
Yeah.
care about that. I care about, like, literally they gave him the wrong design. I guess that's part of the wrong design. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
That's true. Random person. Apparently, it was just the last video that broke 20,000 views. It's at 37,000.
Oh,
And since this is 096, one of the most popular SCPs, yeah, that's a really bad sign for a channel.
I'm not a nice person.
That's fair. Yeah. So let's continue this shit show.
Creature started advancing towards him.
Ah, yes.
Welcome back to SCP.
The wobbling side to side and threatening aura. Sorry.
Exposed. Today we bring you Euclid class subject SCP-096, the Shy Guy. Thank you Hero Wars for
Absolutely not.
That giant ad probably didn't help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look, keep it paused here. See what I mean by fat and emaciated at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, those are not fat for people legs, but they are for Shy Guy. Also, look how chunky they made his feet for absolutely no goddamn reason. They look like normal people feet, which is chunky for a guy who's supposed to have basically no fat anywhere on his body.
Also, random person. Of course, the voice actor sounds dead. They're working for a content farm. They're dead inside. Anyways.
Also, I just realized
SCP-096
he has salad finger hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds more dead than normal. Well.
is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. The subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Its arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. The skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation with no sign of any body hair.
Then why'd you give him
Its jaw can
pigmentation?
open to 4 times the norm of an average human.
Also, I'm pretty sure 4 times as normal as an average human, that's way longer.
I believe they gave him, like, French gray as the skin tone, which is a brownish gray color. It's a light French gray, but still French gray, which is not white. It is not devoid of pigmentation. He's gray and brown. Oh. Pretend I didn't say that. Let's keep going.
Hold on. Alright, so hold on. Hold on.
What?
2 times 4. Alright, yeah, that's way, way bigger than I thought. I looked up the average size of an open jaw. like just the average, which can reach up to 2.2 inches at most. And I just 4 times it. That's 8.8 inches that 096 can go.
Yeah, but as you said before yourself, their mouth isn't open 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying that because, like, how terrifying that is. Just how big that mouth can go. Oh, I swallowed my whole fucking head in his mouth.
Well, he does eat people, so.
Yeah.
Facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is
They
not
don't
yet
glow in
known
the
whether
dark.
SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure
Did
sensors
they
inside its
literally
cell
just give him
indicating
an old man silhouette?
Yes.
Well, you already clicked wrong SCP design, so
Yes.
I'm just gonna take a screenshot.
Like,
I'm gonna send it to Hatchet with "Wish you were here."
oh my god. Random person says, oh god, looking ahead, there's a massive quality drip. Quality dip. Not drip. Dip. Yeah. Yeah, no, trust me, it gets worse the further we go. Nice. 3, 2, 1.
it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall.
I just
However, when
realized they
someone
made
views
him
its
look like an undead there, not just an old man.
Yeah.
Okay.
face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. It will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately
is the sound
1
of a
to 2
dragon.
minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1.
There's a
Why did
free.
they omit the screaming?
I recognize that sound from dragons in video games, but here's the thing. There's a free sound effect of 096 not only crying, but also screaming. It's free.
And I just realized we do not have that sound anywhere on on the Discord, but to be fair, 049 is very cool.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers per hour to 50 kilometers per hour. And
It's
seems to
redacted.
depend on the distance from SCP-09-16. At this point, no
We
known
don't
material or
actually know
method can
his
impede
max speed.
SCP-096's
Yeah.
Keeps
progress.
getting faster.
The actual position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect the subject's response. It seems to have an innate sense of SCP-096-1's location. However, this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions. Upon arriving at SCP-096-1's location, the subject will proceed to kill SCP-096-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of SCP-096-1. The subject will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt
Oh, yeah,
to
that
make
looks
its way
docile.
back to its natural habitat.
Wait,
Due
what?
to the possibility of a
Natural
mass chain
habitat?
reaction,
What?
including breach of
What you mean natural? I have to. Also, this is definitely just a picture from Google, like the map. This is There's no way they drew this.
The fuck do they mean natural habitat? There's only ever been one shy guy, unless you collect all the shy guys in the universe, which, by the way, don't. Because what would even happen if you took one shy guy from one universe and introduced them to another shy guy from another universe? The fuck would happen?
It'll destroy the space-time continuum.
Probably not, but it would definitely be something.
Yeah.
Press play.
Its
Don't
way
even know
back
how
to
to
its natural
close his
habitat.
mouth.
Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of the subject should be considered alpha priority. SCP-096 is
The
to be
fuck is
contained in its
alpha
cell, a
priority?
5 meter by 5
We did this before. It's just like the top priority. It must be done immediately.
Well, I know what alpha priority is, but I'm just saying, their normal viewer wouldn't know what the fuck it is, and he just skims through it.
Yeah. We
How
also
many
noticed.
people do you think listened to him and was wondering, the fuck
Yeah.
is alpha priority, right?
Oh well. You'll never know, bitches. Anyways, back to SCP at hand.
5 meter by 5 meter airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There is to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside its cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure the subject's presence inside the cell. Any and
Fuck,
all
did I just
photos,
see?
video, or recordings of SCP-096's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from one of the Foundation's senior doctors. The following is
Or
a transcript
05.
of an interview held between Dr. Andrews and Captain Marks, former
They like
commander
to
of
pretend
Retrieval
the
Team
05
Zulu
is a
9A.
figment of your
It
imagination.
always sucks to
This is apparently supposed to be, I think, the old, like, guy who survived.
Ah, yes. An old man that survived, that is grisly with the wear and tear of having to survive that fucker. Yeah, you can totally tell the old age, so grislied. He survived
initial re-
all of 5 days in the Foundation. I look older than him.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up. And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. They told us to bag and tag. Didn't tell us about not looking at the damn thing, said Captain Marks. Can you describe the mission, please? Asked Dr. Andrews. Yeah,
Doctor-
sorry. We had 2 choppers,
Wait,
one
hold,
with my
what?
team and
Doctor who?
Anders. They replaced Dr. Dan with Dr. Anders.
Well, Doctor was redacted here, so it could
Oh
be
yeah,
Doctor.
but literally later in the same thing, we find out it's Dan, Dr. Dan. We find out it's Dr. Dan later. It's still in the SCP file, so he has literally no excuse. He replaced Dr. Dan with someone else.
Yeah.
He cut out a character, a key character. Because he felt like it.
one on backup with Zulu 9B and Dr. Wood. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there. Your report says SCP-096 didn't react to the cold. It was -10 degrees Celsius? Actually, it was -15, and yes, it was butt naked and didn't so much as shiver. Anyway, we landed, approached the target, and Corporal Miller got ready to bag it. That's when Dr. Wood called. I turned to answer it, and that's what saved me. The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it. That's when SCP-096 entered an agitated emotional state? Yup. Captain Marks seemed to hesitate before continuing. Sorry, got the willies for a second. That's alright. Yeah, well, I
God.
never saw its face. My squad did, and they paid for it. Could you describe it a little more, please? It started screaming at
No
us and crying.
emotion.
Not animal roaring, though. Sounded exactly like a person. Really creepy. We started firing when it picked up
Did they
Corporal
literally
Miller
add
and
the
ripped off his
dragon
leg.
sound
He
effect
was
you were talking about while saying they sounded like a human?
Yes.
Man, if I could say wrong sound design, I would.
Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
firing when it picked up Corporal Miller and ripped off his leg. He was screaming for our help. We were blowing chunks out of the target, round after round, but it didn't do anything. That's when you ordered the use of an HEDT launcher? an anti-tank gun. Started carrying it ever since another SCP got loose. I've seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target. There was significant damage to SCP-096. It didn't even flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half of its torso gone. But it was taking damage? If it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all its organs, all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all though. It kept tearing my squad apart. So no actual structural
Wait, did they
damage.
literally just
How many rounds
make
would you
it
say
look
were...
fat and thin at the same time?
Yes?
Yeah, go back and pause it while their like shy guy is showing.
Any of it.
Not the face.
Its bone
after
structure
the weird
wasn't hurt
face
at
thing.
all.
Pause.
Though. It
Yeah,
kept...
see? They have the belly like going outwards.
Ah.
They literally briefly gave him a pot belly. Well, he was half there.
Yes.
Also, they took away one of his fingers. On one
Yeah.
of the hand, but on the other hand, they have the normal amount of fingers, so they do know he has 4 fingers and 2 thumbs. They know that. They still removed a finger.
Yeah. 3.
kept tearing my squad apart. So no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at it? At least 1,000. Our door gunner kept his GAU-19 on it for at least 20 seconds. That's 650 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well have been spitting at it. This is when Zulu 9B arrived? Yeah, and my squad was gone. Zulu 9B managed to get the bag over its head and it just sat down.
God.
We got it into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. We have obtained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it? You know, after hearing that thing's screams and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard. No, just no. Alright, I believe we are done here. Thank you, Captain.
God.
Following the interview, Dr. Andrews requested that SCP-096 should be terminated as soon as possible. The termination order has been approved.
Yeah,
and
Dr.
is to be
Andrews,
carried out
and
by
he showed
Dr.
a
Williams.
fucking
This
MTF.
mission has yet to be completed. What do you think about this SCP case?
Oh my
Please,
God,
leave your
that's
comments
it.
below.
So they removed Dan.
They not only removed Dan, they removed the important about the drawing. They mention it, but they don't remember how they got it. As well as the entirety
Also,
of...
by cutting that out, they cut out other characters.
As well as Incident Report A, so... They've removed a lot.
Yeah, they cut out a bunch of minor characters, which I would consider 1 point again on removal of characters. But they also removed one big character, which is their own point. They removed Dan and replaced them with some Anders guy, even though Dan's name was mentioned. And they had to have seen Dan. Because I'm sorry, Dan's thing is revealed right when you go to the interview. So... Also, did they link and do the license proper? They said the file and the name of the creator and everything?
Yep.
Okay then. What should we have that point as removal? Like 2?
Yeah, I think 2 is fine. I'm gonna say this. The core environment is altered, because if you think about it, 096 is extremely violent. And we didn't really see much of anything.
Altering it counts, because it's not okay to alter the violence. Like, it's okay to censor it, but not cut it out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's like severely less violence.
And by cutting out a lot of the data, and they've cut out a lot of the violence, and they altered the violence that was supposed to be shown. What number do we even do for that?
Maybe another 2, go half.
Okay.
Alright. Deviates from the plot of the article. I mean, at the beginning, like all their videos they do, but it pretty much stuck to the theme of the
But
article.
they also removed a giant chunk.
Yeah.
Is that another two?
Mm,
Because they kept good for the parts they included, but they still cut out a great deal.
the cutout is more on the part of the removal part at the top. Maybe.
Well,
may-
that was removal of characters, not removal from parts of the plot.
I.
We're talking about plot, which they literally removed
I
a giant
guess.
chunk of.
I guess it would be one for each document, which was two, so we had two.
Yeah.
Only men in the video such offensiveness. I mean, did. I mean, we saw one
Did
woman
we
and they
see
were
any
dead.
women or anyone who wasn't white?
I mean, I saw one woman who was dead at the beginning.
And we didn't see more dead women. Does that count as women in the article?
What are you doing, Buster?
I mean, I remember in the article itself, dead women were brought up multiple times. So it's kind of weird there's only one dead woman.
Yeah. I guess. I guess it's just a bunch of twos.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, what the fuck, Discord?
Oh, hi. You
Hi.
good?
Yeah, it's just like I unmute Discord and the unmute sound is like a sudden screaming sound because Halloween bullshit.
Oh yeah, because the Halloween update. Yeah.
On the bright side, Hatchet, look, they didn't get any 3s or 4s. Well, besides
Yes,
clickbait.
they. I was about to say, yes, they did. I see a 4 right
Clickbait
there. You
doesn't
can't.
count. That's typically always 4.
Yeah.
You can't gaslight me. There's a 4 right there.
So there's a reason for deviation for 2, is because document 096-1 and incident-A were not shown in the video. But here's the thing: they mention the picture that's in document 1, but they don't even show the fucking document. You know what I mean?
Also,
Yeah, I
dead
get
women
you.
and children were brought up multiple times in the actual SCP file, but they only showed one dead woman.
Yeah. Also, during the video, because it is mentioned that 096's jaw can go 4 times average human.
They just keep it open the whole time.
Yeah, they did that. But one.
Also, as you saw in the screenshot, rather than his actual design, 096 is depicted as an old man, which sometimes is thin and sometimes not, and also looks undead for some reason.
Yeah.
I see.
As I was gonna say, I looked up the average jaw for a human, like the biggest it could be, which is 2.2 inches, like open. So I times that by 4, and it's 096's jaw can go 8.8 inches.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
He opens wide.
So yeah, it's 40%. A huge nosedive.
Well, at least there's only one 4. There's no 3s.